is CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
All right, welcome back. This month is Elder Abuse Awareness Month, and now is the time to spread awareness about this very important topic. The purpose of Elder Abuse Awareness Month is to shed light on the abuse and neglect that elderly and vulnerable adults may face. And so joining us now live this morning to talk about some of these warning signs and the resources senior care advocates have is the founder and owner of Senior Care Advocates, Greg Steen. And Greg, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Good morning, Megan.
And just
how are you?
Good, very good. And thanks for joining us about this topic because, this is close to many hearts across the Valley. How serious is elder abuse here in the Valley?
It's a good question. Most people don't realize it's so rampant. The National Association of Adult Protective Services says 1 out of 10 in the Central Valley are being abused annually.
Wow.
We know that only 1 in 24, it's estimated, or even reported. And if it's financial elder abuse, it's estimated only 1 in 44 ever get reported.
Wow, those numbers, we don't want any of those numbers. And then to hear that it comes in many forms, this abuse, that's very troubling. What are signs for people to watch for?
Things like unpaid bills. If they have caregivers in the home, are they being isolated, maybe not being allowed to call or go out or do family visits? When you go home, to your loved one, you look in the fridge. Is there outdated food, moldy food? Is their mail being picked up? Are they wearing the same clothes? Lack of hygiene. You give mom a hug and you realize mom could use a shower. Wearing the same clothes.
Those are
pretty much a change in the way that they've always been.
Those are easy things to spot if you know what to look for. And those are helpful tips, just simple ways you can check on your loved one. What do people do if they suspect their loved one needs help?
It's a good question. So there's several things you can do. One is to go online to the National Association of Senior Advocates. It's naosa.org, and you can get tons of resources, tons of best practices. Of course, you can always call us at Senior Care Advocates because that's what we do. We help people understand their rights and their options. But even simple things like just going to their neighbor and giving them your contact information. So if they see strange behavior, or mom's out at odd hours or wandering, or if they have an emergency, to make sure that they have, the best contact. Also, if it's someone who's in a facility, you can go to the Ombudsman program. If they're at home, you can call Adult Protective Services. They're all great people, very good, well-intentioned. They're going to make sure that our loved ones are safe.
Many people don't even know these resources exist, and they're very helpful to just provide the right quality of life. For you, lastly, sir, what was maybe the impetus to start this and to help those in need who can't maybe help themselves anymore?
So at Senior Care Advocates, we were really born out of the need to protect our clients. For years, we were in the estate planning business, and we saw elderly people being abused and neglected. That's a big one, where their kids are in different states. They can't care for them. Maybe they don't have good relationships in some cases. People were just not being cared for properly, and so we became more and more concerned. And we build relationships, and we realized that people need help, and so we started finding resources. And then fast forward to where things are today, everybody needs an advocate. People don't know their rights. They don't know their options. And so at Senior Care Advocates, we educate people. We listen, and then we educate them on their rights. We advocate for people, but we also teach them how to be their best advocate. Everybody needs an advocate. Everybody needs somebody checking in on them. And, over communication is much better than none or a lack of. And so we really determined that we had to help people understand the biggest need isn't how to grow your money or protect your estate. It's how to protect your loved one.
And knowing these resources is maybe even the first step for many people to help their loved one in the best way possible. Greg Steen, Greg, thank you so much for joining us this morning to share these resources and make sure that the elders in our community are just taken care of the way they should be. Greg, thank you so much.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Of course. Take care. And hey, 6:25, stay with us. We'll be right back after the break.